When someone asked a Stoic man why he didn't have many friends, he compared friendships to diamonds, rare and precious. This means he sees true friendships as valuable and hard to come by, often surrounded by fake or shallow connections. This idea leads us to explore the world of friendships, considering the complexities of how we connect with others today. It makes us wonder if having few friends says something deeper about who we are. In our journey to understand this, we'll focus on the quality rather than the quantity of friendships, recognizing that real connections are like rare gems. We'll look at the challenges and practical steps to build authentic relationships in the context of Stoicism, a philosophy that encourages self-reflection and shaping our social world deliberately. Lesson 1. Understanding shyness and introversion. We humans are naturally social beings, but for some, the social maze feels like a puzzle missing crucial pieces. Shyness or introversion is often framed as an obstacle in this journey, but let's reframe it. Imagine these traits not as barriers, but as unique vantage points offering a distinctive perspective on the world. In the heart of Stoic wisdom lies the art of turning perceived weaknesses into strengths. Embrace the essence of who you are. Reflect upon the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, the ancient philosopher who encouraged us to embrace the inevitable threads of fate. Your introversion isn't a defect, it's a subtle strength. Recognize that your path may diverge from the mainstream, but it is by no means inferior. Consider self-acceptance as your shield, liberating you from the shackles of hypothetical scenarios and societal expectations in the lively realm of social engagement. Now, let's gracefully move through the current moment. Imagine yourself in a gathering, sensing the subtle pull of shyness. Drawing inspiration from Stoicism, direct your attention to what lies within your control, your actions, your words, and your kindness. Instead of being consumed by the apprehension of judgment, redirect your focus to the authenticity of your expressions. Transform conversations from potential battlegrounds into inviting playgrounds where authentic connections can flourish. Recognize that friendship is more reminiscent of a garden to cultivate than a trophy to claim. Embrace the philosophy of Seneca, who perceived life as a continual journey, and see each interaction as a meaningful step along your personal path rather than a measure of your inherent value. Shift your focus from proving your worth to embodying your authentic self, allowing room for relationships to blossom organically in harmony with your true nature. In the Stoic view, every person you meet is an opportunity to learn, grow, and reflect, not just another friend to add to your list. Shyness and introversion, through the lens of Stoicism, transform from shadows into sources of strength. It's not about overcoming these traits, but understanding and using them to navigate the complex world of human relationships. Embrace your quiet power. It's a unique gift in the grand tapestry of social dynamics. Lesson 2. Dealing with trust issues. In the complicated world of friendships, trust issues can feel like trying to walk a tightrope, where you're trying to balance your values with the uncertainties about others. Building trust is like putting together a puzzle one piece at a time. It takes time and effort. Start by getting to know yourself better. Understand what makes you tick and what makes you worried. Think of this self-awareness as a compass in the confusing world of relationships, a tool to figure out when to open up and when to be more cautious. Just like a tree stays strong by knowing its roots, understand your values. Let this self-knowledge be your anchor when dealing with the ups and downs of human connections. Think of people as ever-changing, like the seasons that come and go. Someone reliable today might show a different side tomorrow. This doesn't mean you should build emotional walls. It's just recognizing that change is a part of life. Keep your emotional balance. If trust is broken, View it as a chance to learn and grow. Don't shut yourself off, but be realistic about the imperfections in how people behave. Be adaptable, like water that can flow while staying true to itself. Open and honest communication is your most powerful tool. When you have doubts, address them. It's like turning on a light in a dark room, bringing clarity to the situation. See conversations as bridges to deeper connections, turning misunderstandings into moments of understanding. Remember, communication is a two-way street. Listen as much as you speak, creating a rhythm, a dance of words and understanding that strengthens friendship bonds. Ultimately, aim to build a circle of friends where trust isn't an afterthought, but the solid foundation upon which meaningful connections thrive. Trust is not freely given. It's a shared commitment that shapes the essence of lasting friendships. Lesson 3. Limited social options. Think about it this way. Not having many friends isn't just about not meeting people. Sometimes it happens because we're not really getting involved in the world around us. Even with our phones buzzing with notifications, we still crave real connections. Here's an idea. Volunteering in your community is more than just doing something nice. It's a way to meet people who are into the same things as you. Whether you're planting trees or organizing books at the local library, working together on these tasks helps you become part of the community, showing the Stoic idea of contributing to the greater good. Think about the power of sharing what you know and love. Picture being in a room where everyone understands the language of your job or hobby. Workshops and seminars about your interests aren't just things to put on your resume. They're like fertile soil for real friendships, where you can talk easily with others who get the ins and outs of what you do or love. Step outside for your social scene. Activities like hiking, biking, or group yoga aren't just good for your health. They're like sparks for making connections in nature. In these settings, conversations happen naturally, without all the formality of usual social events, letting real connections grow. When you're doing these things, take a moment to appreciate the world around you and the people you're sharing these moments with. It's not about collecting a bunch of friends. It's about valuing the connections that make your life more vibrant. This straightforward and genuine approach turns making friends into a rewarding journey. Lesson 4. Poor social interaction skills. In the journey of making friends, it's crucial to know that connections don't just happen. They need effort and the right approach. This fact often gets overlooked in our busy lives. If you feel like your social skills are a bit lacking, it can be a significant hurdle to building meaningful connections. Remember the wise words of Marcus Aurelius, nudging us to appreciate those who come into our lives, a reminder to seize even the smallest social opportunities. Start with small steps. Have a chat in a coffee shop, join a local club, or participate in online communities with shared interests. These simple interactions lay the groundwork for building confidence in social situations. Think of social skills like taking care of a plant. They need nurturing and time to grow. One crucial aspect of this growth is listening carefully and empathetically. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, being the person who truly listens sets you apart. When you ask questions, do it not just to reply, but to genuinely understand. Approach others' stories with curiosity. Shifting from focusing on yourself to understanding them fosters stronger connections. It's not about impressing others with your stories or cleverness. It's about creating a space where others feel important and heard. Approach social interactions with a calm attitude, understanding that not every conversation will turn into a lifelong friendship, and that's okay. Each interaction, whether it turns into a friendship or not, is a step forward in your social journey. Rejection isn't a reflection of your worth but a normal part of human interaction. Every time you interact with others, you're not just getting better at socializing, you're also figuring out how to handle the complex world of human relationships with grace and strength. Keep in mind that your value isn't determined by how many friends you have, but by the depth and quality of the connections you build and care for. Lesson 5. Adapting environments. Think of the absence of friends like the story of a traveler and a compass. It's a bit like how our priorities change as we journey through life, sometimes losing sight of the guiding connections that were once crucial. In our early explorations, friendships are like the reliable compass, pointing us in the right direction and offering a sense of direction. However, as we traverse through different stages, our focus, much like that of the traveler, may shift towards what we perceive as necessities, career, achievements, personal goals. In our pursuit of these objectives, we might unintentionally sideline the friendships that were once our reliable compass. As time passes and we evolve, it's not uncommon to adjust our focus. Yet, in our determined pursuit of perceived needs, we may overlook the friendships quietly supporting us. This oversight can lead to a life rich in accomplishments but lacking in profound, meaningful connections. Rebuilding or nurturing friendships is akin to maintaining a compass. It's not about grand, noteworthy gestures, but about consistently taking small steps and being there for each other. Start by reaching out, engaging in conversations, and being a friend not only in joyous times but also in challenging ones. Remember, friendships, like a well-used compass, develop true north over time, not overnight. The tale of the traveler and the compass emphasizes that friendship requires effort and attention from both sides. Be the one who values and cultivates these relationships regularly, not the traveler who only turns to the compass in times of lost direction. Lesson 6. Changing priorities or growth. Think of your life as a constantly changing landscape where you're juggling careers, education, and personal growth. The silent architect of shifting priorities plays a crucial role in shaping or sometimes challenging friendships. Stoicism, an ageless philosophy, encourages us to embrace life's dynamic nature. Picture your life as a river, always flowing and taking different paths. Whether you're navigating the turbulent rapids of career growth or the calm waters of family life, your availability for social interactions naturally goes through ups and downs. It's not a flaw on your part, it's simply the reality of leading a rich and dynamic life. Stoicism gives practical advice for busy periods. When your days are filled with meetings, deadlines, and family responsibilities, the instinct might be to have many friends. But Stoicism suggests valuing quality over quantity. It's better to have a few close, meaningful connections than many shallow ones. This doesn't mean cutting people out. It's about concentrating your energy where it truly counts. By doing this, you respect not only your time, but also the time of others, nurturing relationships that are authentic and satisfying. Embracing Stoicism in the face of life's changing priorities doesn't mean resigning to having fewer friends. Instead, it's about understanding and accepting the natural ebb and flow of relationships. Some friends may drift away while others will stay or come into your life because of your new priorities. Face this journey with wisdom and courage. Remember, every person you meet, whether they stay briefly or for a long time, adds a unique thread to your life story. Be present in your interactions and let Stoicism guide you to build friendships that are not only meaningful, but also align with the person you are becoming. Lesson 7. Emotional stability. In the rush of life, emotional stability often gets overlooked, yet it's a crucial foundation for building friendships. Stoicism, a philosophy relevant in modern times, highlights this important aspect. It's not about being indifferent, but understanding our mental landscape. When anxiety or depression clouds our inner world, navigating social situations can feel like stumbling in the dark. Stoicism guides us to light a torch, not to eliminate darkness, but to find a way through it. As George Carlin once said, beneath a cynical outlook often lies a disappointed idealist. It's not about ignoring life's challenges, but recognizing that mental struggles can unintentionally create walls instead of bridges to potential friends. Practicing Stoicism is about being practical, not just dropping philosophical quotes casually. Mindfulness, far from a fancy term, means being fully present in a world where attention is precious. In conversations, it's a rare gift that shows you care, a form of friendship currency. Meditation, beyond something for monks, benefits everyone dealing with life's demands. 10 minutes a day extends beyond your brain, signaling to others that you value clarity and calm, creating a strong foundation for stable friendships. Tranquility, often seen as a luxury, is the key to stable relationships. It's not about escaping to a beach, but finding peace amid chaos, having an anchor when life gets tough. Friends aren't just for good times, they are shelters in storms. Striving for inner calm makes you someone others want to turn to. Stoicism says that finding inner calm comes from self-reflection and being consistent. It's about recognizing and understanding emotions without letting them control what you do. When you master this, you become a source of stability, naturally attracting people with your calm and understanding attitude. By working on your inner peace, you unintentionally create a welcoming environment for deeper, more meaningful connections. So, in the quest for mental well-being, you're not just taking care of your mind, you're planting the seeds for strong and flourishing friendships. Lesson 8. Stoic Friendship Foundations. Think of making friendships like building a sturdy structure. Instead of just bonding over shared hobbies, it's about understanding and appreciating each other on a deeper level. Picture these connections as bridges that connect hearts and minds, allowing for the exchange of ideas and experiences. In this approach, we see differences not as problems, but as important parts of creating lasting connections. It's like building bridges that can withstand challenges and changes over time. Instead of focusing only on similar interests, we seek common ground in shared values, making our friendships more resilient. Whether someone is into sports, books, nature, or tech, the idea is to find what brings us together beyond just the surface. It's about recognizing the uniqueness of each person and appreciating how these differences contribute to the richness of our social connections. Importantly, being genuine in expressing our feelings becomes the glue that holds our friendships together. By following this approach, we're actively working to create relationships that go beyond the surface, standing strong through the ups and downs of life's twists and turns. Lesson 9. Differences in interests. Think about different interests like various puzzle pieces, each unique but coming together to create a bigger picture. When interests clash, it's not just a missing piece, it's a chance to build a more interesting puzzle. Imagine you love reading books, but your friend is really into science. Yes, there's a gap, but it's also an opportunity to connect. Stoicism suggests that instead of seeing these differences as problems, we should view them as chances to learn and grow. It's like finding something interesting in what might seem confusing. If we only stick to what we know, it's like completing a puzzle with only a few pieces. By being open to different interests around us, we're not just discovering new things, we're making connections and seeing the bigger picture. Think of the saying, "Variety is the spice of life," as something Stoicism encourages. Staying curious. It's a reminder that every person we meet has a world of experiences, ideas, and passions. Let's say you love video games and your neighbor is passionate about gardening. Instead of just nodding and walking away, ask them about their favorite plant. Show interest in their world. It's not about pretending to love gardening. It's about respecting their passion and letting them see and appreciate yours. This mutual curiosity becomes a strong bond, connecting people with different interests. It's about realizing that beneath these hobbies and passions, we all share common feelings of excitement, dedication, and joy. By embracing diverse interests, we not only make our own lives more interesting, but also build bridges that connect us to a symphony of experiences beyond our own. Lesson 10. Real friends, real bonds. Think of Stoicism as your friendship guide, helping you go beyond just liking the same things. It's like discovering a deeper connection where friendships are not just about hobbies, but about understanding each other's values and feelings. Picture a world where friends aren't just buddies in activities, but people who share your core beliefs. Imagine a sports fan and a book lover bonding not just over interests, but because they both know what it's like to keep going and love learning. Stoicism teaches us to be real in our friendships. It's about being yourself and finding friends who appreciate you for who you truly are. Remember, it's not about being exactly the same. It's about celebrating the things that make each person unique. So, as we embrace this lesson, keep in mind that Stoicism doesn't tell you to hide your feelings. It encourages you to understand and express them genuinely. By seeking friendships based on shared values and real understanding, you're on a path to building connections that not only last but also make your life richer and more meaningful. Lesson 11. Friendship and Stoic reflection. As we journey through Stoic philosophy, it becomes our guiding compass in forming friendships. It shifts our focus from just liking the same things to finding common ground in shared values and emotions. Envision a world where connections run deeper, where a sports enthusiast and a bookworm connect not just through interests, but through their shared perseverance and love for learning. In the dance of friendship, Stoicism encourages us to approach others with an open heart and mind. It's about creating bonds that go beyond activities, embracing who we are and what we can become together. Remember, the richness of friendships isn't about how similar we are, but how we appreciate and learn from our differences. Stoicism doesn't ask us to hide our feelings, but to understand and channel them. Stay open to seeking friendships that resonate with the core of who you are. In this simpler perspective, Stoicism becomes a powerful guide, reminding us that genuine connections thrive on shared values and understanding, making our journey through the complexities of friendships more meaningful and authentic. Lesson 12. Lifestyle choices. In the fast-paced flow of life, friendships can get pushed aside as we rush to meet deadlines and tackle endless to-do lists. Imagine a situation where, despite the hectic schedule, the chair across from you at the dinner table stays empty. It's not just about being busy, it's about the choices we make and what we decide to prioritize. Stoicism prompts us to examine our choices, pushing us to say no to things that steal our time and don't fulfill our deeper need for connection. Imagine your day as a sculptor's creation. Every choice you make is like a chisel stroke, shaping the time you spend on both responsibilities and relationships. It's not about trying to squeeze more into your day, but about sculpting it wisely. You might not have endless hours for socializing, but you can enhance the quality of those moments by choosing the right people, those who share your values. It's about focusing on depth, not just covering a wide range, in your social world. Think about the Stoic skill of balance as more than just dividing your time evenly. It's about aligning it with what truly fulfills you. Picture your life like a mosaic, where each piece represents a different aspect: work, hobbies, rest, and friendships. Your job is to arrange these tiles in a way that creates a harmonious pattern. It's a constant balancing act that requires thoughtful adjustments. When you find the right balance, the picture of your life isn't just beautiful, but deeply satisfying. Building meaningful connections isn't about having more time. It's about making the most of the time you have, prioritizing what truly matters in the intricate mosaic of your life. So, there you have it, practical tips for building strong friendships. Feel free to revisit these lessons whenever you need a little guidance on the friendship front. Like the reliable blueprints of a house, these insights can help you construct lasting connections. If you found these lessons helpful, a thumbs up would be awesome. Don't forget to subscribe for more down-to-earth insights on navigating the world of friendships. Together, let's keep exploring the art of genuine connections. Wishing you lots of fantastic and meaningful friendships ahead.